Hey, my name is Kevin Hill. I'm the copywriter for .comsecrets.com. When I was in college, I really had a hard time trying to stay awake in lectures. For some reason, my attention span wasn't really great. I don't know why. I tried drinking coffee, but for some reason, when I sit in a lecture hall, listen to someone lecture, it's just really boring. And I remember I had this one professor who liked to tell stories in the middle of his lecture. Whenever he would lecture about math, he would stop and say, "Hey, let me tell you a quick story." And most of the time, it was just total off-the-topic story that kind of woke people up. And I just remembered, every time he'd say, "Hey, let me tell you a story," I would just wake up. It didn't matter how tired I was. So, how this ties into copy is probably the best sales letters are the ones that tell a story. One really good example of a good storytelling letter is the one-legged golfer letter. He talks about a golfer who, every golfer, his goal is to hit a long drive in front of his friends. And one of the reasons that this letter is effective because he tells a story of a guy who he's having trouble hitting long drives, and then he discovered the one-legged golfer who was able to hit longer drives, and then after he discovered the secret, he was able to hit these long drives and impress his buddies and that sort of thing. And it's just a really compelling story that any golfer would relate to. So when you write your next sales letter, think about how to write a good story. The one subject of your story is it can be you. For example, if if you're the star of the story, if you're the one who went through the pain and is the subject of the story, you can talk about how, for example, you were, if you're selling a golf product, how you can barely hit long drives, and then you had trouble. But then you discovered this really great golf swing, and now you're able to hit like 300-yard drives down the fairway. You're able to hit approach shots and that sort of thing. And this is something that people will relate to because it's a story. People just love stories. So next time, think of a good story to put in your sales letter. So for more tips like this, go to www.comsecrets.com or go down and opt in to the opt-in box and to get more tips like this.